Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Silent Planet Superbloom album reaction highlight video. If you want the full album reaction, it's on Patreon. Leave a like in this video. Make sure you are subbed to the channel. Otherwise, enjoy. First track down. Ratings, please. I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna say 8 for the first track. Good, but not massively impressed. Ratings in the chat, please. 8.7 for me. I love that chorus so much. It's hard to not give it an 8.7. Euphoria, featuring Alejandro Aranda. Alejandro. Collider, still best track on the album for me so far. Euphoria, you know, I'm going to throw it into the playlist just because that chorus is fun, but there's just something like, if something not setting with me, I can hear it, I want to like it, but moving on though, we don't have time. We don't have time to dwell. Dreamwalker. Oh, this is so Mick Gordon doomy stuff, yeah. I'm so torn on this one because I think what a lot of you people are saying in the chat, and I kind of agree, I haven't gotten down with a lot of the choruses, which was kind of my feeling with Silent Planet across most of their discography apart from Iridescent and the 2 singles Antimatter and Collider. I'm not feeling most of them. That Euphoria one was decent. Obviously the riffs and everything and the breakdowns and the heavy stuff in this track are really fun. So I will add a playlist just because I'd like to come back to it and hear it again, but I'll go 8 out of 10 again. This track, like, it's fantastic. That hits so hard, it's ridiculous. Fuck yeah, that is excellent. 9.5 out of 10 for me. It's so fucking sick. Sugar! I gave this song no respect. Fuck me! That hits insanely hard. That might hit harder than Antimatter, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember what I originally gave that track as a rating, but fuck me. Whatever it was, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 for that one. Really wish I had lyrics right now and a giant thesaurus and dictionary beside me. Lads, ratings in. Ratings in. I'm going 8 again. I'm going 8. Interesting chorus.
Plant the tree of life inside the heart of the machine.
Wow. Is that a callback to Inherit the Earth? Isn't that what the first track on Everything Was Sound? Again, I only listened to Everything Was Sound once on my album reaction, which I did yesterday, so I'm not too familiar with the callbacks, if there is any. 8.3. Oh, very low here. Sounds like Heavener as well, kind of some of Email Animate's slower stuff.
Fast asleep, breathing
that was a big finale. I do like it. Well, 1, lyrics will definitely help that. 2, a few more listens, and 3, this is just one of those tracks that needs to sink in over time. Well, can we do a rating for this track first? I'm assuming this is the rating for this track, and then we'll do a rating for the album overall. Okay, so this is the rating that I want in for that track, that last track, guys. So that was Superbloom, the title track, as the finisher. I am thinking in my head right now, it's so hard to rate these tracks because although I do think it was a nice finisher and it was a nice, you know, closer to the album to close off another Silent Planet chapter, I think it's like one of those that needs to grow on me. And first listen, although I can appreciate that it was nice, it didn't like emotionally get me. It didn't have my hair standing up. Like in the Everything Was Sound album reaction that I did yesterday, there was I think 2 or 3 moments where I literally had full body goosebumps, hair standing up. I didn't get that once in this album. Again, not having the lyrics is definitely a huge part of that. I think a lot of the hair standing up and the goosebumps that I got from Everything Was Sound was having the lyrics to supplement everything that I was listening to. But one of my main critiques with that album was that it felt more like some kind of a story that was being told. Obviously it is music just by default, but it just felt like there wasn't much replay value in it for me other than, you know, going back to listen to this unbelievably written story. Superbloom, I'm gonna stay pretty consistent across the board. For now, I think it's an 8 out of 10. Again, it's a nice closer, but it just doesn't really do much for me. This album, of the 12 tracks on my playlist, some are up for like some of them are possibly going to be taken off, but the tracks that I do have on the playlist at the moment are Collider, 100% staying there. Fantastic track, I've heard it multiple times. Love the chorus. The rest of the song isn't too bad, but I just think that chorus is so good. Euphoria is up next, which is track 4. That's on the playlist. That has that like beautiful chorus, but again, I'm not 100% sold on it, but I think it might be a grower. Dreamwalker, honestly, I haven't liked, but I can't remember what it goes like, to be honest. I think it went a little bit heavier, if I'm not mistaken. Antimatter, one of the best songs I've heard this year. Signal, which was not originally on the playlist, despite being the first single that was released, is now on the playlist and down as one of my best tracks on the album, to be honest, having heard it again. Anunnaki, or Anunnaki, however you want to pronounce it, is track number 8, and I don't have that on the playlist, and I'm going to keep it that way. I just think that it's a similar track to Signal, but Signal is just so much better. The Overgrowth didn't make playlist, not bad. Nexus got good again, that's on the playlist. Re-entry, just avoid that, it's 50 seconds long. Superbloom, not playlist, but it is like the really emotional take on the album that I can see myself maybe going back to, just for that kind of like, I guess, more emotional Silent Planet that, you know, people do love. It seems to be quite 50-50, people liking the more emotional stuff and then the heavier stuff. But can we start a rating for the album overall, guys? My song of the album is, I think, still Antimatter. I'm a little bit more into the Spirit Box EP. I see myself going back to that as a whole project. I know it's shorter, but it's only shorter by like, what, 14 minutes? But I do genuinely see myself going back to that a little bit more. I think it has a little bit more replay value. There's definitely heavier music on this album. And I can hear the Northlane comparison. I think it was more prominent in the earlier portions of the album. There was a lot of like really heavy synth stuff that reminded me of like the likes of Cypher off of that Obsidian album. I've got to say, first listen, I'm going to say 8.2 out of 10. 8.2 is my final rating. It just maybe was missing with some of the choruses. There wasn't enough like big chorus replay value for me in a lot of the tracks, which I was really longing for with Collider, because with tracks like Collider, you know. There was some outliers, like Antimatter was a 9.5. I think I gave Collider like a 9. So they're obviously bringing it up, and then I had some just kind of like consistent 8s across the board. Nothing really dropped below an 8 because I think they were all really solid tracks. As a whole, I think like that middle ground of 8.2, 8.3, but I'm going to stick with 8.2.